Welcome back, everybody. In the kitchen again with Karen Doster from the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, and we are making a really wonderful-looking no-bake chocolate cheesecake. And star of the show is Nutella, I understand.
Yes, it is. Or any kind of hazelnut spread.
Okay.
And you find that in the peanut butter section generally.
Yeah.
That's where you can find that, and it really adds that great chocolate flavor. It's easy to work with, and it pairs well with the cream cheese that we're using for the base of this recipe as well. Wisconsin cream cheese.
Yeah, no baking required,
Right.
which is really nice, because I think people get nervous about baking a cheesecake
Right.
for dessert. Lots of things can go wrong. You spend all that money on the ingredients, so you can do this. You can
This
totally
is super
do this.
simple.
So this is the interesting part over here. So we've got heavy cream.
About a third of a cup of heavy cream, and you want to sprinkle a packet of unflavored gelatin.
Okay.
They come near the Jello section. It's just a little bit, it's already pre-measured, and just sprinkle it on there for about a minute, and then we're going to heat it until it and whisk it in until it's all dissolved.
Okay, so don't even stir it at this point.
Right,
just
right.
Put it right on top.
Exactly.
Right. Let that hang out. All
and
right.
that's what's going to thicken this cheesecake. You know,
Okay.
the last one was baked and we had eggs, and that's what thickened it. So in this case, it's the gelatin.
Okay, all right.
All right. Now, in this case, we're going to be using 3 blocks of the Wisconsin cream cheese. So I'm going to let you work on the cream cheese filling, and I'm going to work on the crust.
You bet.
So what we have here are 24 chocolate sandwich cookies. Oreos is usually the brand that you find there. And we're going to put them into a food processor, and we're going to grind them up finely. Okay, so
this is going to make a nice, big, rich cheesecake. Perfect for a special dinner, special occasion. And once again, Karen, using the full-fat cream cheese is probably best for this.
You'll get the best results with that.
Okay.
Again, bring it to room temperature because then you won't get the lumps when you're mixing everything together.
Okay.
Now for the crust, I have 4 tablespoons of butter that I've already melted in the microwave, and I'm going to add the cookie crumbs to this.
Okay, so just the crushed Oreos and that's easy.
And
do we even have to bake the crust?
Nope.
Love it.
Not at all, so it makes it real easy. I'm going to mix this all together, and what I have for this cheesecake recipe, I have a 10-inch springform pan.
Okay.
In reality, if you only had a 9-inch, it's not big, it'll probably be fine. It'll just be a little bit thicker.
Okay.
So you're adding the cream cheese, the 3 blocks.
And just get that going at
and
home?
that's probably enough right now.
Okay.
Then you're going to add the other ingredients. What we have is a ½ cup of granulated sugar.
Okay.
A cup of sour cream, and that's going to, the Wisconsin sour cream is going to add some moisture to it and a little bit of tang. This isn't a super sweet filling, and that's kind of one of the keys to it.
And then Nutella.
Or
and
here, right, a ½ cup
of
that. Okay. We're also going to put some more on top a little bit later.
This is my daughter's favorite. She just loves to dip pretzels in it, and when she discovered Nutella, that was it. It was yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's been around for years, and actually it was in Europe. I remember when I was much younger, that's what the kids ate there, and they still do, and then
on their toast and things like that. Yeah.
Exactly. So there's my crust. That's all I have there. Okay, and so you mix all that together, nice and blended. You want to get it uniform. Now, why don't we start heating that, whisking the
you bet. So I'll put this
gelatin in there.
Now it's the heavy cream and the gelatin. I'm going to whisk that together.
Right. And I'm going to grab your spatula and I'll kind of scrape this down a bit. And you're just really whisking to get that all incorporated.
But do you need to boil it or anything like that?
No, I wouldn't do that because you don't want it to burn. It can burn pretty easily.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to scrape this down. We're going to give it one more mix, and then we'll add the gelatin.
We've got time. We're good.
All right. Let's see. There we go.
That's the one thing with the cheesecake. You can't rush the mixing of it together because you really want to get it incorporated.
All of that, because the cream cheese is thick, even though you brought it to room temperature, but you really need to mix, like you said, until it's thoroughly incorporated, so you have that smooth, creamy, appearance to it.
It's a beautiful light brown color. It really is pretty. Now, at this point, in goes our heavy cream and our gelatin, and this is what's going to kind of stabilize it.
And then get that all mixed in there, and then we'll be ready to put it into our pan. And we're going to actually top it with a little bit more hazelnut topping. While you incorporate that, what I did was take about a third of a cup of, actually a couple tablespoons of milk and a 1/4 cup of hazelnut. and I put it in the microwave to kind of warm it up.
Okay, so just a little bit of milk
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Nutella.
You want to have kind of a little bit of
like a chocolate
syrup.
sauce almost.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you how to swirl that on top. It's kind of fun.
Okay, so this is looking good.
Yeah. So you want to pour that in there, right on top of the crust.
And again, we talked earlier about making cheesecakes ahead of time, even up to a day ahead or more. And at home, this didn't get mixed quite as nicely as I would have liked to, but we're kind of rushing things along for TV. But that way, you'll be able to cut it nicely.
Right, and the key to this, again, is once we finish this, refrigerator for at least 4 hours overnight.
Okay.
Because that's how you're going to get that nice texture and creaminess that you want. Okay, so we want to get that spread as evenly as possible. Yeah, let it go. There we go. I sometimes just bang it down a little bit to kind of get it to all even out.
Sure.
All right. All right. And you might want to do it a little better than that at home. All right. And then what I'm going to do is actually kind of swirl some of this chocolate around. This is the way I've learned to do it. You may not even need all of it. There we go. And you could take like a toothpick. I don't know if you've ever seen this, Amy. You could actually do it on this side too. You just want to kind of go like this, and it.
Oh.
That kind of fun.
Yeah.
Almost makes like a spider web.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do it, but it's kind of fun to make kind of a
Looks
swirl
really
design.
pretty.
Isn't that fun? And then what we can do, it's optional, but I think it's really adds to it, is sprinkle some chopped hazelnuts on top, like this. And then into the refrigerator it goes, again, for about 4 hours or overnight, so definitely is a make ahead.
And here we
And
have
there
it.
you have it.
That is absolutely beautiful. And you've got that great Oreo crust, no baking required. If you're, here it is all plated up.
Yep.
Super pretty for Valentine's Day with strawberry or raspberry. Karen, thanks so much for
Yeah,
sharing
you're
your
welcome.
great cheese recipes.
Sure.
I can hardly wait to make both of these. They both seem very doable.
They are very doable, easy. I'm not a cake maker either, very often. So this was really easy. So I was excited. And again, it's on eatwisconsincheese.com.
All right, thanks, Karen, and our website too. We'll be back.